Let's talk about lead generation activity. We all talk about having a great Monday call day, but a great Monday call day actually begins with having great leads, having a lead system and a lead generating activity system. And so part of your system should include on a weekly basis new prospects coming into your pipeline and bad prospects going out. And so it's a constant activity of pruning and grafting that you should be involved in. But where do you get leads? And so remember that this isn't about what kind of CRM system you're using. This is how to get them. And so basically, I mean, you could go to the library and go using their system for free and pull off a list from Reference USA, and by SIC code or by city, by business, area, of a zip code or a city that you're in, you can pull off a list very, very easy. I mean, literally, it'd take you, 5 to 10 minutes, no time at all. Take you more time to get in and out of your car, to be honest. You can purchase lists. Lists can be purchased through Dun & Bradstreet. And then also with Colonial Life, they do provide through our app, through our Agent Assist app, lead generation that way as well. And so there should be no reason why you don't have a working list, of a couple hundred names at your disposal, at your easy disposal. And, you can use an Excel spreadsheet to download them, and shouldn't be a problem at all. You can print that off and you're ready to go, really. But how else do you get leads? Well, one of the ways we develop leads is through drops. When we drop, we're walking into businesses door to door, and we're able to walk in, glean information, who the owner's name is, what day of the week he's going to be there, how many employees are there, do they have major medical or do they not, maybe they're with Aflac, maybe they already have voluntary benefits, maybe they don't have any idea what voluntary benefits are, and so that we can talk to them about our enhanced benefits. And we can build some rapport. And so if, again, going back and referencing our daily 5, if you were to just do 5 drops a day, at the end of the week, you would have 25 fresh new leads. And at the end of 1 month, you would have 100 fresh new leads for your call day. And so it shouldn't be that hard to actually gather up those leads. And then, of course, we're going to take those leads and get on the phone, right? That's how we're going to get new customers. We can do that through our direct drops, and then we're going to take those leads and get on the phone with them and try to get our appointments that way as well. We can also, pull off lists through email. More and more companies are now, selling databases of local emails in your area. And so you can actually target businesses by email. I haven't had a ton of success just doing kind of a generic email blast, but it is a way to, again, get some more leads. Network groups. Now, I've never been great at networking, and I think it's because I'm actually not that social in those types of events. The other thing is, a lot of the times they do things at night, and I have 5 kids, and I'm heavily involved in a lot of activities at church and stuff, and so my nights are pretty booked up. And then the other element is, I'm not a big drinker, and so those social groups where there's a lot of drinking involved really haven't been my groups. But I have done things like some chamber meetings, BNI, LATIP, and have found that those are really good places for referrals. They're great network groups, and there's all kinds of network groups. Just go online and pull them up, and I'm sure you can find one in your local area. It's a great way to get a referral, and so you've got a person by name referring somebody else to you. Speaking of referrals, when you get a new account and when you go and you take your take back binder to them, that's a great opportunity for you to ask for referrals. Hey, you've been through the system now. We just enrolled you. How'd you enjoy the process? And do you have any business neighbors down the street, across from you, in the business park, or people that you know that you may want to refer? We've really got to get good at our referrals. People don't mind, giving referrals. I mean, it's really the way we do business, and people actually expect it. And so you can really up your game if you're more aggressive with getting referrals. Referrals is just another way of saying word of mouth, right? The more you talk about your business, the more you're excited about your business, the more people go, hey, you know what? I own a company, or I work for a company. You should talk to this person and talk to this HR director. You can, through word of mouth, generate leads, in the bleachers of your kids, baseball or football game, or waiting for ballet. My wife's constantly talking to people and getting to know people as she's, just sitting there for an hour at dance class. And so there's all kinds of different ways to get referral. Your family and friends are a spectacular way. One of the things that I did, and actually my biggest account came from just looking at my own phone and looking at the contacts and the people that I know. They either own businesses, or maybe it just sparked, Bob works at company XYZ, and I should call on them. Even though Bob maybe didn't give me a referral, it still sparked kind of that interest just by looking at your phone. And so, or you may, for me, my biggest account came because I was looking at my brother. My brother's a teacher. My brother's a baseball coach. How in the world can my brother help me, with a referral? Well, I remembered one of his athletes and his dad, who would drive up in this truck, and I remember the name of the truck, and I thought, oh yeah, I think the guy's got like 3 trucks, and so I decided to call on him. Well, it ended up he had 300 trucks, so that was a good call. There's other ways to build leads. You can use social media. LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I mean, there's all kinds of clever ways that you can, kind of talk about your business and, generate exciting news. Remember, you're selling the sizzle, not the steak, right? Nobody wants to hear about insurance products. Nobody wants to hear about, the nuts and the bolts. What they want to hear are those amazing stories. Some guy takes a nail from a nail gun to the eyeball, and tell that story. Whoa, what happened after that? Somebody was sitting in their office, and there was a drive-by shooting, and they took a bullet. Right? Explain that. Explain how that worked. Explain why, you were talking with one of your owners, and they were on the fence and weren't quite sure. And that afternoon, they went out and broke their thumb. And so, we sell sizzle, okay, not products. And so social marketing is kind of a great way to, kind of show the smiles, show the excitement of the people that you're working with, and the great things that you're doing, and the smiles and the comfort and the joy that you bring. Some other lead generation activity. One of the things I did when I was running a Christian school was I created a talk show. I created the talk show just so that I could sponsor that talk show by our school. And then I had topics that tied into the school. And so you may be able to find some local, radio show that you want to sponsor. You want to, do a little blurb, something like that, where they're talking about you, and then, that becomes a referral source. There's direct mail. Don't be afraid to send out some mailers or postcards, or even the old-fashioned, little letter. You handwrite a letter, and that will get opened. If your handwriting's on the front, and you do it in your own hand, that letter will get opened. Build broker relationships. Another great way to generate leads is, have relationships with, other insurance brokers or agencies that, aren't in competition with us, but can sell in addition to and not instead of. And so you can build some great relationships that way. In addition to that, there's associations, there's, network groups, like I said, there's unions, there's trades, things like that can really help build your business. The key is that you just want to do many different things. I think too many people think that they're going to produce enough leads just by having one list. If you took note there, I mentioned about 10 to 12 different activities, different lead generating options for you. And so really you don't want to only pick one. You really want to be doing 8 to 10 of them. If you do 8 to 10 of them, then you are going to definitely have a great call list, and you'll be ready for Monday, and you'll be successful.